They don't want your help. They don't want your advice. They don't want your insight. They want your energy. You see, you believe that every time they call you with a new problem, every time they call you with a new dilemma, with something that is going on in their lives that they just can't seem to figure out, you actually believe that they're coming to you because they want to solve their problem. You think that they're venting to get it off their chest when in reality, they're doing it because they want to perpetuate that story in their life. They want somebody to justify their decisions. They want somebody to coddle them as they perpetuate their own bad behavior. But yet you, because you're a people pleaser, you because you're an empath, you because you're the type of individual who simply just wants to help, right? Well, at least on the surface. So you feel guilty every time you let that call skip. Every time you see that text message come in and you don't respond right away, you feel a sense of anxiety, a sense of urgency, as if you have to do something. Yet time and time again, you have seen the same exact pattern unfold with this individual. You have seen this person call you with a new problem. As they say, they have a problem for every solution. You've seen them over the years maybe come to you with more and more drama. These things continue to happen to them. And you think to yourself, why don't they just do this? Or why don't they just do that? If they only change this thing, everything would change for them. And so you hang on for dear life, believing that you're going to be the solution to their problem, when in truth, they don't want a solution to their problem. They want to perpetuate that problem. Why? Because they're the creator of that problem. They are in love with their chaos. And so you believe that they come to you for help when in truth, they just want your energy. You see, you're the individual who's doing the work, right? You're here, you're on YouTube watching these sorts of videos, consuming content to better yourself. You're doing the internal work, you're journaling, you're meditating, you're praying, you're tapping in with source. You're doing all you can to move your momentum in a forward trajectory. And so you think that it is your job. You think that it is your position, your role in life to be somebody else's emotional tampon. That's right. You believe that you are supposed to soak up this person's emotions, to take up all the problems of the world and do something about it. Yet those very same individuals do not want to move from where they are. And so all you are doing is wasting your most precious resource in this life. And it's not just time. It's your attention. It's your focus. You see, time is irrelevant if it is an unfocused time. An hour could go by or 10 years can go by, but if there was no intention with that time, then it's all the same. But yet, what you put your focus, what you put your attention to, that is what creates your life. And so when you continue to focus your attention on somebody else's drama, somebody else's problems, you continue to keep that energy within your own sphere. You're working against yourself, right? It's like if you say something, let's say a positive affirmation, then you say a negative affirmation. You're actually working against the positive affirmation with the negative affirmation. You are basically neutralizing the work that you're doing each and every time you look to be somebody's savior, jump into their energy, jump into their void or their vacuum of energy. Because the type of individual who lives in perpetual drama, lives in a perpetual state of problems, something is always going on in their life, that person is a vacuum. It is like a void, and they're looking to suck in anything they can, and there will never be enough for them to truly and fully be satiated and satisfied. And I'm not even going to blame them, because we all have our choice in this life. We can either be a filler or we can be a vacuum. And so for us who are fillers, we need to make the conscious decision for ourselves that enough is enough. You know, I'm honestly, I'm ready to choose me over my need to people please, over my need to be somebody else's emotional blanket. It is finally my time to live the truth of my life. It is finally my time to live the vision in which God placed in my life, not for me to perpetuate or continuously be a part of somebody else's negative cycles, negative habits, and negative patterns, because they do not want your help. They want your energy. They want your life force. They want the spirit that is within you, because when they siphon just a little bit of it, they get a taste of what it is to be light for a little bit. And you all of a sudden find yourself drained again. You all of a sudden find yourself with an empty cup again because you stop tapping into source each and every time you step out of that space. Each and every time you're trying to be a solution to somebody's problem. I'm not a solution to your problem. I can only be a mirror. I can only be a guide for you to get back to you. I cannot take the steps for you. I cannot walk the steps for you. You have to do it for yourself. But you understand that because you're doing it for you. And yet you think for some reason that you're supposed to pull somebody out of their own willingness, out of that trench, out of that ditch, out of that hole. You think it's your job to uncuff somebody from their bondage and their slavery. You think that, like Harriet Tubman said, they say that this is a misquote, but there was a quote attributed to Harriet Tubman said, "I freed 1,000 slaves and I could have freed 1,000 more if they knew there were slaves." Some folk don't even know they're in bondage. They don't even know they're in slavery. They're just living happy-go-lucky in their misery and their chaos. And to be honest with you, they would rather have more company in there than not. So if you, somebody who is a light worker, you who is somebody who is walking within your righteous path, somebody who is looking to do more with your own life, your own one true experience in this carnation that we have here, if you are taking that and putting it into a space that it no longer belongs, you're putting that back into darkness. What do you think the result's going to be? You're either going to neutralize or the darkness will consume the light. And so it is your God-given right. As a matter of fact, it is your duty in this life to continue to step forward into higher and higher expressions of self. It is your God-given duty to express the fullness of who you are, as opposed to going back and forth with that old world that you once knew, with the old stories that you have familiarized yourself with so much that you believe your job is to go back there and reach and do something. Now, I used to be exactly that. I was a person trying to save everybody from everything that was going on. And what I realized, not quickly, but over a gradual maturation process, is it was never my job to save anybody. As a matter of fact, when I tried to do so, I was robbing people of their own awakening. I was robbing people of their own coming into consciousness. And I've now come to a place where, listen, I'll only do this in two places, really, right? Because I want to know who's serious. Because I dedicate my life. I've given my life to this. I've devoted my entire existence to living what I preach, period. And so for me, I said, you know what? As opposed to having these people coming in and out and, basically using me as a free therapist, I'm going to put the content into this world. I'm going to use my gift, put it out there, because you might be a teacher yourself. You might be somebody, you probably are the type of individual who wants to speak into people's lives. Continue to do so. You will have people who are led and guided into your life where you are to do so. But they're people who are ready. There aren't people who are coming to you with problems, but those who are seeking a solution, and they will apply those solutions. You can tell the difference when you meet them. However, most of them aren't going to be in your circle. Most of them won't be in your family. They won't be in your actual nucleus. They're going to be out there. Just like you right now. I'm talking to you because I knew that the person I needed to talk to right now is over there, right? And even for me, the next level from this is the coaching program that I created. I said, you know what? If I truly want to make an impact in somebody's life, I have to walk with them and coach them. But they must be somebody who is ready for that. And so that being said, I want to lead you into the description section where you can book a a consultation call with me, choose a time that works for you. We're going to have our first complimentary consultation call to see if you are right for the program, to see if we are right for you, and if it is a right fit, if we are simpatico and we have resonance, then we can move to the next step of truly getting down into the weeds. But otherwise, I don't even bother anymore. Unless it's a product that I'm putting out into the marketplace, if it's something that I'm putting out into the universe as my creation, as me speaking out, I'm no longer going to entertain people trying to take my energy, trying to suck my energy, and it is only I who can choose to give that energy. Nobody can take anything that is truly within me unless I give them consent and permission to do exactly that. That is why I say to myself each and every day, how can I serve? Who can I serve in which way? I don't say, man, God, bring me some people with problems that don't want to solve their problems. But yet you are basically putting that prayer out into the universe each and every time you go out with the energy of trying to forget your own life, trying to forget your own mission and your own purpose and jump into somebody else's chaos and their drama. Stop taking steps backwards. I usually don't like to tell somebody what to do, but I'm going to tell her right now. Stop doing things with the belief that you are going to save somebody else. And do it because you feel called from your spirit to guide somebody back to themselves.